And yeah, we're gonna have to be a little bit careful here, because obviously they have cavalry, as you can see. So we're gonna have to charge straight on in here against these guys and try and stop them immediately. Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Warsword and Mr. Oakzurd Fusepit, as well as this rather life-affirming question. As you can see here, what do you want? What do you want out of life? I don't know, but here's a pyramid scheme. Anyway, he's trying to sell us one, isn't he? Anyway, let's go and take care of this Kislev patrol. Now, I know what you're thinking. Haven't we done one of these before? Well, yeah, we actually have, but this guy actually has some fantastic prisoners, and we're gonna get a friend for Ronald if we are successful, because there's a Chaos Troll here. Oh yes, there is. So this is gonna be pretty fun. If we're able to actually do it, then that's great. If I'm not, then, well, that's not too great, because these guys are actually pretty good, as far as I'm aware. I think they have some pretty good... well, not against Ronald, that's for sure, as you can see. Yeah, pretty easy to take them out. Oh wow, even our Marauder champions are having a pretty easy time of things. I gotta be... I don't know, I'm gotta say that I'm a bit surprised by that, because these guys were able to literally take Chaos Trolls and elite pit fighters and all kinds of insanely high-level troops prisoner, and that's kind of surprising to me. So, well, let's see if we're able to take some of them prisoner at the very least. Wow. The amount of damage we're able to do with this mace is just absurd. Because Oakzurd? Absurd? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll let myself out. Anyway, there you go. That is pretty fantastic right there, because now we're able to get all of these. A Chaos Pit King. I mean, really, how can you say no to a Chaos Pit King? But I can say kinda no to 134 extra dinars per week, but I guess it's kinda worth it, isn't it? It is kinda worth it. So let's take a friend for Ronald. His name is Donald. Nah, his name is... I don't even know. Something else, but we don't want to get too attached to these guys, do we? We don't want to get too attached, because they are probably going to die at some point. Wait a minute. This is kind of weird. The Chaos Trolls don't stack? Are they too big to stack? That's probably the case. Anyway, I do believe that it was actually brought to my attention that there was a very good weapon that I actually sold in the previous episode, and so I'm going to have to look out for one of those again, because, well, I just didn't think that I was going to be using it. So yeah, that is kind of a bit of a shame, but I don't know whether it really matters too much at the moment, because we are, of course, just going to be hacking and slashing and trying to basically just survive, pretty much. And there's Zogzag. And another demonette. Hello. Let's get another one of those. And yeah, so yes, actually, also, a number of you were kind enough to let me know that Oggy Boggy is the medic companion who is an orc. And so I'm going to attempt to find him as soon as we can. Now, is this farmer going to have that... Yeah, he's gonna have that quest where we have to go to a village and purge it of bandits, and that sounds like a pretty good idea to me. So let's do it. Where is this village? It is the Caves of Decay. Doesn't sound like a very good place, does it? The Caves of Decay. Oh well. I'm actually hoping for a tournament, but I haven't seen one just yet. And yeah, wool is of course our priority for the most part as well. So if we do go around to... oh, the Caves of Decay are actually very close by. This village is looted. This one isn't. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to try and leave here, because this guy is attempting to pursue us, which is not very nice of him. Wow, yeah, he is actually attempting to pursue us quite a lot here, so I'm a bit worried about it. Because if he decides... he could easily defeat us. Very easily. I mean, I know we have 2 Chaos Trolls now, but still. It's probably going to be pretty difficult. Alright, fine soul to flax bundle. Not really anything to write home about there. I do have maximum amount of people in my army now as well, so we're going to have to... an undivided Chaos Warrior. Very nice. We're going to have to... well, maybe lose a couple of them, dependent on whether they are useful enough. I know that seems pretty cutthroat, but that's how it is in the realm of chaos. Yes. Alright, so let's go into this real quick. I'm just going to wait here for some time because I do realize that I'm a little bit low in HP, and I don't really want to go into a potential fight where we are going to get taken out that easily. So, let's see. Do you understand, Chaos Lord Carolus Agbite, that there's actually a raid going on here? If I had more in the way of, well, troops and better troops, I actually would have interfered with this raid, but yes, that's gonna not happen this time around, unfortunately. Anyway, 20 Nurgle Zealots. Right, okay, I don't think we've ever fought any Nurgle Zealots before, so this is going to be pretty interesting. Wow, my medic skill is so bad that I still don't have full HP. Erasmus, get your head on your shoulders, let's do this. Yeah, he's kind of got his head in the clouds. How many more beheaded, well not beheaded, how many more floating head jokes can we make? Oh, so Nurgle Zealots are actually relatively similar to actual Chaos Zealots, but they just have a different color, well, ritual robes, I guess? Ceremonial robes or something like that? Yeah, I guess they just have the green, because obviously Nurgle, you know, Nurgle's all about that. And, yeah, okay. Well, I'm kind of surprised. But I guess I shouldn't be. Whoa, they killed one of our... Wow, they killed one of our Marauder champions. Oh well, never mind. I don't think I'm actually able to take these guys prisoner, so I'm just killing them for the sake of getting experience. And thankfully our units don't necessarily need to get kills to actually level up. And yeah, there you go. Okay, so we're just going to let them, you know, take away whatever they so desire. I don't really want the money from them as... oh, really? They don't have any food or anything whatsoever. They do have some volunteers, but obviously I am kind of full up, as you can see. I only have one space, so it's not really necessary for us to really go full on there. And we still we still technically have to deal with looters, but there are no looters in this area, so I guess what I could do now is just go back to Askaraved here, and we're just going to be waiting for some time. And what I'd like to do, of course... Ah, look at that! Oh, there seems to be a bit of a fight going on. What I'd like to do is fight a couple more of the patrols, and the villagers, and the caravans of enemy factions. So if we can do that, then that would be the best thing for our party right now. So let's see if I can actually find those guys. Did you see them? There was actually a vassal chasing the guy that was raiding that village. Oh, he actually made it there in time as well to prevent it from happening. This is a very even fight as well. And wouldn't you know it, it's actually Chaos Lord Carolus, the fellow that I was complaining about, telling him that he's being lazy and he should go over there and help the village. So yeah, that's actually pretty cool. Okay, so it would be kind of nice to... Oh, he is actually running from him. This is actually pretty hilarious how we are almost having the same amount of forces. I'd like to actually get in there as soon as possible if I can. Oh my. Okay, that's not good. Okay, I'm just gonna wait for those guys, and then we're gonna go in. Oh yes, we are. We're gonna go in. Let's just level these guys up first to make sure that everyone is maximized as much as possible. You know, we want to click that little button in the top right, and then we're gonna move in to help. Ah, Chaos Lord Ernestus, we know him. And let's do this. 319 versus the enemy's 165. Our first large-scale battle. This should be good. This should be really good. If we can keep our forces, and I mean our actual forces, safe, then this should be a pretty good thing for us to participate in. But obviously, we do need to get some of them in the battle. I just don't really want to lose a bunch of units for no particular reason. So if I can help it, we're just going to wait until our allies charge in, and then we're going to charge in after them. Because let's face it, look at them. They have chosen. They literally have chosen an undivided Chaos Knights as units, and that is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. They're really good. And do bear in mind that the Kislev actually do have these fantastic, I think, gunners or musketeers or whatever they are, and they're pretty good, as you could see. They actually killed one of us already, so we do need to be a bit careful of that. But thankfully, the AI is not as, shall we say, passive as they are in other mods. So let's see if we can... Oh, that was not good. That was not good at all. Me deciding to jump into a lance. Yes, that would happen to me, wouldn't it? But hopefully my forces are not going to get absolutely murdered in the process. How many of my people have died? None. Yes, that is exactly what I like to see. Yeah, it's a bit worried about that, to be honest. Really was worried about it. Because, I mean, I spent quite a while actually getting these guys leveled up. And having them die in an assisted battle is just absolutely awful. So hopefully we can prevent that from happening. But so far, so good. I mean, the enemies have now reinforced themselves. There is a bear there as well. Yes, the Kislev do have bears available to ride. And I gotta say that they look really, really cool. But, yes, obviously we're not going to be riding any of those. Ooh, I'm running into a bad situation right here. Because these guys are probably going to murder me pretty easily. They do have bardishes, as far as I'm aware. And bardishes are basically one of my favorite weapon types. I absolutely love bardishes, but I am really, really, well, saddened by the lack of availability, basically. They're not very available in the main game. You have to kind of play multiplayer for bardishes to kind of show up a little bit more. Unless you go on a specific hunt for them, of course, and sometimes you don't really have the money or the time or even the attention to do that. Because, you know, most of the time I'll just be like, oh, I want a bardiche, and then the next 5 minutes are like, oh, I need some bread. You know, because sometimes you need bread for toast and all kinds of other things. But anyway, let's see if I can just continue to get experience here. We're actually able to get a number of kills pretty easily. I'm actually wondering whether that's because I'm using a blunt weapon, or whether it's just because we have some pretty decent power strike. It's not really decent, is it? Yeah, it's probably the blunt. It's probably the blunt mace. Yeah. Anyway, 127, and we lost 2. Yeah. Ourselves. We only lost 2. 2 Marauder veterans, not actually that bad. And let's charge in versus the remaining 40. And yeah, we're actually going to get some relation increase, as far as I'm aware, with our allies here. So I'm going to try and talk to most of them at the end of that. And hopefully that's going to give us a little bit of a boost. Because you never know if we're going to become a vassal, and maybe if we're going to help the Realm of Chaos to expand their borders, which might actually be a thing that we'll attempt to do, because I have created my own faction multiple times in this mod, and it might be kind of nice to see what the Realm of Chaos is actually capable of doing, because I have heard a number of things about Warsword Conquest in general, that the factions might be a little bit passive sometimes, so maybe they'll enter into a state of eternal peace, but I'm not entirely sure if that has been fixed in the meantime. I'm not entirely sure, so obviously if it hasn't, then it would probably make sense for us to do some kind of provocation. You know, we want to try and slap the people in the face and make sure that they know what's up. In other words, please attack me so that action can happen and we can expand our borders. Yes, exactly. Okay, so there you go. We actually did improve. Oh, very nice. Did improve our relation with Ernestus by 3. And I wonder whether we get to speak to any of the others. Probably not. But yeah, we actually have a bunch of space for the prisoners here. And I can't wear these as far as I'm aware. Nope, I cannot wear them. Because as you can see, it actually makes my legs look like Erasmus's head. So let's try and prevent that from happening. Ooh, what is that? That actually has relatively similar stats with the exception of its cutting damage, and it does have bonus against shields, but I'm not a big fan of it, so I'm just going to continue using my mace. And that was pretty good. That was actually a pretty good fight for us, where we were... Oh, nice. An additional 7 Marauder champions for us. Additional Marauder, Veteran Marauder, and we also leveled up. So let's take a quick look, and we're going to just level up our Power Strike and our Strength, because, again, we do need to have a pretty high Strength to be able to use most of the armor available. And, yes, hopefully I'll have enough money to be able to do that soon. So let's go to Askraved and see if we can find a ransom broker, because we gained a pretty decent amount of prisoners from that, thanks to my mace, of course, because I don't think I would have been able to get that many otherwise. And let's see if there's a ransom broker in here. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. What? There's another one? There's another Chaos Companion? This is kind of interesting. This is something I've not seen before, where there's been so many companions from a particular faction. That's pretty cool. There is a bloodletter there as well. But let's sell my prisoners first. And Boyar Ortiz has still not had any ransom offers, by the way, so that's a bit interesting. Maybe his faction doesn't want him back. Oh yeah, Kreml God, look at that. That is just insane. And a Griffin Legion. Yeah, when I actually took out that guy in the previous fight, I was like, oh, I smell monies. Because, yeah, 500 to sell that. Crazy. That is really nice. And now we're back up to 3,500. And do I want to take this bloodletter? It's 900 for that. But I can only take 2 of them, so it's now 600. I don't know whether I really want to spend that amount of money on some bloodletters, even though they're pretty decent units. So maybe it would be an idea, maybe it wouldn't be. Probably just going to leave it for now, and we're just going to sell the remaining bits of our loot. And should I take a Guildmaster quest? Nah, we're not going to take a Guildmaster quest. We're going to go into enemy territory and try and find some patrols to fight. Okay, so here's the deal. We have a very, very big thing to bite off here, and it is going to be hard to chew as well, because this is a big party of Kislev units, and there's 42 of them, and they have pretty high level ones as well. They are Kislev Inquisitors. I'm a bit worried about this, so I'm not entirely sure if we're going to be able to survive. It's just me against them, so cross your fingers, and anything else you want to cross, you know, your eyes, your ears. Yeah, we're gonna cross those. And yeah, we're gonna have to be a little bit careful here, because obviously they have cavalry, as you can see. So we're gonna have to charge straight on in here against these guys and try and stop them immediately. Oh, that was nice. That was nice. Being able to take one of those guys prisoner is pretty fantastic. And maybe I can get another one. Oh yes, we got another one as well. Fantastic. All right, so this is pretty good. Now the enemy are deciding to just charge their cavalry straight on in here. I'm actually going to tell our people to stand closer at least once. I probably should have done that before the cavalry charge, but yeah, they did descend upon us a little bit quickly. And let's tell them to charge in once again. Yeah, there we go. Take them out. Nice. Alright, so let's charge straight on in and see what we can do here. Do bear in mind that I think there is a Ranger of the Bear here. I actually don't know what that means. But yes, if it is indeed a very high level unit, then we might have some difficulties. But I think with our Chaos Trolls, with Erasmus getting himself taken out multiple times, I mean, you know, he has to get taken out multiple times because he has his arms and legs and head separate from his body. So yeah, they're just floating there. So you got to take out each limb before you're able to take out Erasmus. That's why I'm really surprised as to how he gets taken out so easily. Of course, I'm joking. But yeah, anyway, that was actually one of the easiest fights we've ever seen. I actually don't know what happened. I guess they just charged straight on in and decided to throw their chances of winning out the window. But I suppose I don't mind that so much, because we were able to gain a little bit of experience as a result, and I guess this is going to turn into one of those things where the enemy just runs endlessly until the end of the battlefield. Okay, so there it is. There are our stats. 6 renown was our reward for that, and 11 morale. And as you can see, 1 Brotherhood of the Bear Ranger was killed. I don't even know what that is, because it just died very, very quickly. So anyway, this was the main reason why I wanted to do this. A Warrior of Corn is going to be joining us. And where's the Warrior of Milk? I don't know where that is. And Flakes. Ha! You get it. Cornflakes. Yes, old joke. Anyway, let's level these guys up, and I'm going to actually release this guy so we can take the Marauder Veteran Hunter, and that levels up. Yes, okay, I was just checking to make sure that that actually did level up, because I didn't want to take something that was just going to be a dead-end upgrade, and There we have it. Very nice. So we do have a shield here. Not going to be using it because we already have a Marauder round shield, which is much better. And obviously all of this stuff we cannot use, so we're just going to sell it. Okay, so as you can see, we have now arrived at another battle with another patrol. And this also has a Brotherhood of the Bear Ranger, but obviously this is the best way of leveling up our forces, and we're not really having too many difficulties with the vassals at the moment, which makes me a little bit worried really as to what they're actually doing, because all I've seen so far have been patrols, villagers, and some Chaos Troll groups. And I was saying to you that Chaos Troll groups are pretty fantastic to fight as far as I'm aware, because do they actually kill things now? I actually need to check that, because I am a bit unsure as to whether they kill things or whether they just knock things unconscious, because a long time ago, in the original version of Warsword, the trolls in question, I think they were just regular trolls rather than chaos trolls, but yes, anyway, point is, the trolls in question that would run around the Kislev area, they would only knock people unconscious. No, it seems like they do actually kill things now. Aha, so Chaos Troll groups are a little bit more dangerous than I previously thought, so I need to be a bit careful. There is actually one very close by to me at the moment, so I should be a bit more worried about it, I suppose. But yes, anyway, in the original version of Warsword Conquest, you can actually still download this version, by the way. But anyway, you can go to the Kislev territory, and you can just fight trolls over and over and over, and you'll never lose any units because they use blunt weapons, and so everything is just knocked unconscious. So if you have a mount and if you have a pistol, you can effectively farm trolls for as long as you like, and you can gain a huge amount of money if you're able to knock them unconscious as well, because you can sell them for about 700 or something along those lines. It's pretty crazy. Anyway, there you go. We're able to take a couple more prisoners here. And what is that? A scalp taker. Should I get that instead of a hobgoblin sticker? I mean, I don't even know whether we use goblins, really. It's probably not the best idea. But anyway, that will be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.